Jehovah's Witnesses, a religion based on the occult and spiritism. Chapter 17, entitled Obedience and Loyalty. Now, there are quite a bit of references that the author lists in here. She's a great researcher, and I appreciate that about Tammy Dickerson. And I will provide the references at the end of this video. Like I said, there's quite a bit of them, so I'll probably leave each one up for a few seconds so you can pause and take a look at all these references, but I'm going to go ahead and pretty much just read this chapter. One last thing I want to cover is the extreme level of obedience the Watchtower Society expects from the Jehovah's Witnesses membership. Because Jehovah's Witnesses are taught that their leadership in the Watchtower Society is the faithful and discreet slave chosen by Jesus Christ, and that it is God's sole channel of communication with humankind, they are also taught to be absolutely obedient to them. They are taught to fully cooperate with the faithful and discreet slave and to refrain from challenging the channel of communication that God is using. They are also taught that their submission to the slave shows their submission to the Master, Jesus Christ. They are further taught that they can't possibly achieve a good relationship with Jehovah if they ignore these men who have been appointed by Jesus. That without the assistance of these men, they couldn't possibly understand the Bible. Absolute obedience and submission to the appointed elders is expected, as is taught that the faithful and discreet slave appoints these elders. In essence, Jehovah's Witnesses are expected to give complete obedience to the Watchtower Society, its teachings, and its appointed leaders. To resist them is to resist God Himself. Beyond obedience, the membership is also taught that they must also remain loyal to Jehovah's organization in order to keep Jehovah's approval. They are also told that loyally obeying the Watchtower Society is equal to submitting to Christ, and that loyal service to Jehovah through the Watchtower Society's direction will give members the reward of everlasting life. The membership is told to remain loyal even when the Watchtower Society publishes new light, a change in doctrine, because such changes serve as a test of loyalty. Jehovah's Witness members are also taught that all religion outside of their own is false and unbiblical. This includes all other Christian denominations. Therefore, they are warned to avoid any religious media or literature that does not originate from the Watchtower Society itself. To attend any worship service, prayer group, or religious event outside the Watchtower Society's direction is considered to be an act of apostasy, a grave sin which warrants the complete shunning of the offender. They are also instructed that even within their own circles, they should not organize any independent Bible study groups outside the Watchtower Society's oversight. It is taught that if members study the Bible without the help of Watchtower Society literature, they are in danger of succumbing to apostate ideas. This admonition in particular has been employed since the very early days of the Watchtower Society. Beyond separation from outside religious influences, the Watchtower Society membership, the Jehovah's Witness membership, is also admonished to avoid unnecessary association with others outside of the Jehovah's Witness denomination. Anyone who is not a Jehovah's Witness is considered to be an unacceptable associate because they are part of Satan's world. This even includes people who live clean lives but are not Jehovah's Witnesses. Parallel to this, the membership is especially instructed to refrain from any unnecessary socializing with those who are former Jehovah's Witnesses, including relatives, and this is especially So, for those who have been deemed as apostates, the membership is taught that the only truly satisfying friendships are those with other Jehovah's Witnesses. As a result of these sorts of instructions, Jehovah's Witnesses become secluded from almost all outside influences. This trains them to quickly reject anything that may be interpreted as disagreement with the Watchtower Society teaching. In Jehovah's Witness world, the mere scent of opposition creates hair trigger response in which their mental walls shoot up, making it very difficult for reason to come through. In the members' minds, the Watchtower Society is the faithful and discreet slave of Jesus Christ and the sole channel of communication between God and mankind, and thus the Watchtower Society's instruction trumps any contrary information or ideas. As Jehovah's Witness members, a Jehovah's Witness member is expected to never challenge the Watchtower Society or entertain personal opinions or private ideas on doctrine that are contrary to what the Watchtower Society teaches. In order to remain an approved member, one must fully accept the entire range of teachings as given by the Watchtower Society. Because the Watchtower Society instructs everything from important life decisions to the most mundane activities, this theology has far-reaching consequences. For example, due to the Watchtower Society's instruction, a Jehovah's Witness member cannot join the YMCA, is strongly discouraged from going to colleges or universities, and does not allow his or her children to join after-school clubs or activities. A Jehovah's Witness member is expected to decline social invitations from non-believing workmates unless the workmate is an interested one. They are strongly discouraged from marrying anyone who is not an approved member of their denomination. They cannot accept employment in casinos, racetracks, or other gambling venues if the job directly involves gambling. A continuation of such employment will result in disfellowshipping. A Jehovah's Witness cannot offer a drink toast at a social gathering or throw rice at weddings. They are instructed to remain dressed in semi-formal convention attire at all times when out in public while attending their religious conventions. Jehovah's Witness women cannot be congregational leaders, and they must wear a head covering when praying or teaching in the presence of a baptized male. The list of rules go on and on. They cannot celebrate any holidays, hold political office, celebrate birthdays, wear beards, buy from church rummage sales, buy from Salvation Army stores, allow children to join Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, donate blood, donate to church-based food pantries, and so on and so forth. And only because the Watchtower Society convinces them of these things. Of course, a Jehovah's Witness will claim that they refrain from these activities because of their quote-unquote Bible-trained conscience, but not because of the Watchtower Society. But the reality is that if the Watchtower Society did not instruct against these matters, the vast majority of Jehovah's Witnesses would embrace these restricted activities. Clearly, this is a denomination that seeks to maintain strict control over its membership, keeping them apart from real Bible truth. Thank you for taking time to listen to my summary of the book, Jehovah's Witnesses, a religion based on the occult and spiritism. Post your comments, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for Chapter 18.